Hi, I'm Dr. Patrick Kingsep, and today I'd like to talk with you about managing the upcoming holiday season best. It's here once more. It doesn't matter whether it's Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Christmas. Many people feel pressured to maintain family and holiday traditions. Now the holiday period can be a wonderful time. We eat lots of good food. We have more social events with friends. Maybe you travel to see family or they travel to you. Although for many of us, 2021 is not allowing this due to the COVID restrictions. And that brings us our own set of difficulties and stressors. But I think we can all agree there are some good things about the holiday period. Maybe you have time off of work, etc. But I also hear from many people that have worries and concerns. People are overwhelmed and stressed. And I wanted to acknowledge this and talk about the stressful side of the holiday season, the holiday traditions and expectations. In my private practice with clients, talking with friends and family, I hear an underlying common theme around the holiday season. Do you know what that is? Expectations of how the end of year get together should go or how others should be. There's a lot of shoulds in there, right? And shoulds put a lot of unnecessary pressure on us or others. There's also the flip side of this, and I hear the perceived expectations family and friends also place on us with remarks such as, we have to have Christmas lunch at Aunt Betty's place as it's tradition, or you will cook the turkey again this year, right? Or maybe you are viewed as the organizer in the family or friendship group and you feel an underlying pressure to organize the Christmas events and invite everyone along. Or the person who quells any unresolved family rifts. Maybe you know your uncles don't get along and it's you who is left to speak to them both and make them feel comfortable. Or you must host two separate Christmas events as members of your family refuse to spend time together. All of this, whatever the expectation, tradition, or shoulds involved, can lead to a feeling of overwhelming stress and anxiety. So whilst we are inundated with Hallmark card, saccharine sweet, images of the holiday season or Christmas period through TV commercials, movies, and billboards, this may not match our reality of how the holiday season is for us. If you think about the Hallmark Christmas card or the Hallmark holiday, there is some pressure to live up to some idea of what a holiday or a tradition means. So what can we do about this? I guess the truth is we all hold preconceived ideas about how situations should be and how people should interact with us, particularly in the holiday season. I'm sure you can think of a few of your expectations. If you can't, well, what's your secret? Please tell me. But what I want to emphasize today is that expectations, traditions can be changed. We can choose to examine them and change them. Maybe there is a new baby in the family and traveling to the usual host's home becomes more challenging to arrange, or you're just sick and tired of eating the traditional roast turkey every year. These changes in tradition often involve some form of communication with others, clearly and authentically. Let's say my family expect me to host a Christmas lunch each year at my place, and I'm not okay with this anymore. I can choose to discuss this with my family in a, of course, respectful way, well ahead of time, and attempt to explain my reasons for not wanting to host a Christmas lunch this year. I might describe this as, look, I've hosted Christmas lunches for the last 5 years, and I'd like to be able to share this amongst the other family members. Maybe we could host it at someone else's house this year, or even go out for lunch as a family. Flexibility can be helpful when attempting to change a tradition in the family, offering a few alternatives rather than just one. I might also provide more information if I wish, such as It does take a lot of time preparing the lunch and getting the house organized, and I'd like not to have to do this. And also, it might be a nice change to book a restaurant for us to all enjoy the lunch with no one having to host it. Now, this involves boundary setting and letting others know what you're willing and not willing to do. You might want to practice writing down what you want to say ahead of time and choose if best delivered by phone or in person. So what I'm saying here is you have a choice. You always have a choice. It's just that we sometimes get stuck. We get stuck in doing things a certain way or acting in a certain way around particular people. And we forget that we can change the script, do things differently, and even go against people's expectations of us, even people that we love dearly. We can also examine our expectations of the holiday season and deconstruct our thoughts. Maybe we have always held expectations that our holiday season is filled with everyone getting along in the family and sitting around the table enjoying a feast. And where does this expectation come from? Maybe from movies we have watched and the unrelenting TV commercials depicting the perfect family gathering. Perhaps we don't have a good relationship with our parents or siblings. Maybe we don't have family we can be with due to distance. And that's okay. What we can do to have a holiday season we will enjoy, given our limited relationship with family or limited ability to be with them. We don't have to grit our teeth and do the same old thing year after year if it no longer serves our best interests. So many of us go into the holiday season thinking we don't have the choice, and this is just how it is. I have to spend time with my rude cousin or invite my brother-in-law I can't stand. I'm here to tell you, you have a choice. We always do. Now, making a different choice may lead to unrest. You might end up tipping the apple cart, so to speak, and you may upset some people, some family. With every choice, there are different outcomes and consequences for sure, but you need to decide what is best for you. Just because there's a tradition or your mom says, this is how it is, does not mean you have to accept that. I recently met one of my clients in private practice, and she said, this year we're only going to have one place on Christmas Day. She explained years of anxiety around Christmas time, trying to please everyone around her. I would get headaches and stomach pains in the lead up to Christmas, and I would just try to get through it. As I've had enough, I want to change things. I don't want to feel so stressed out. She let me know that letting her extended family know her plans didn't go down well, but we put our foot down and we stood by our decision. She explained that she loved her family and wanted to see them, but something had to give. And isn't it better I feel happy around them rather than being resentful? It can be so easy for stress to rise during the holiday season and people to get stuck in tradition. But remember, you can always put forward a different idea or create a new tradition. You don't have to just keep putting up with something if it's not feeling right anymore. You can change a venue, limit the amount of time you spend somewhere, or ask someone else to organize an event. I know it can be challenging to do and might come with a dishing out of guilt or conflict, but you deserve to enjoy the holiday season too. So think about this and let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you want me to do a follow-up video on this topic? What has worked for you and what hasn't? I'm keen to know your thoughts. Now, thanks very much for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, comment, like if you do, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.